Hey Gemini, thank you for coming to my channel. I'm Elsie and you've reached 10 of Cups Tarot. So if you meant to be here, there you are. If you're new here, please, if you would, hit the subscribe button. It helps my community grow here. And you're going to want to be part of this community because we have so many great people here. They really are all high vibing people, and we just try and keep each other as high vibing as we can. I know that you'll enjoy the people here. If you're visiting again, thank you for coming back, because you're the guys that keep my channel growing. So thank you so much. So I am here to do a reading today for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And this will be till the end of the month. I know I'm late, and I'm so sorry, but you know what? Life and work and mom, you know, it all takes a piece of my life. So I do what I can for free content, guys. All right, so here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Gemini until the end of February, so February 29th of 2020. I'm going to pick an overall card, and that's going to be the overall energy for the read, and then I'm going to pick 5 cards for the past, 5 cards for the current energies, and we're going to go with 10 cards for the future. All right, and I've already prayed over the cards, so I just need to cut. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Gemini, February 29th, up until, from now till the time, till February 29th, 2020, please. All right, here we go with the overall energy. Ready? A little bit of confusion. Maybe some, I see it 2 ways. I see it as having a lot of options, a lot coming forward for you to choose from, Gemini. A lot of opportunities, but I also see confusion, because sometimes when we have too many opportunities, it can cause confusion and we're not really sure which way to go. So the overall vibe for your reading today is going to be kind of split down the middle between confusion and opportunity, okay? So you can have a lot of opportunity, and that can always equate to confusion, right? Not really knowing which road to take. So let's see, let me peek into your last couple weeks and see what's been going on here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for Gemini, please. All right. Bottom of the deck, I see 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is more about an internal struggle than an external struggle. So you're not really externally struggling with anyone. You're actually internally struggling with yourself, trying to make a decision of some sort. And what I see here, give me just a moment here. Okay, so it looks to me like you're trying to find balance, Gemini. You're trying to find balance it looks like conversation, communication, and clarity. So you're really struggling to find balance at this time. You really want balance between the things that, it's like you need to have a conversation with somebody. So you're trying to keep yourself in balance. You're trying to keep temperance, which is next card. You're trying to keep temperance. You're trying to stay in balance. You're juggling a lot, and life has you by the tail, kind of dragging you around. It's time for you to start living life rather than life living you. So what you're trying to do here is you're trying to get your balance, because you have to have a conversation with somebody that could end up going sideways. So I have a feeling that you are that you need to speak with someone specific about some things that have gone on in your lives, and you need to really keep your balance in order to do that, in order to not offend, in order to not to have a fight come of it. Also, temperance is here, which is the card of Sagittarius, and you know, this is your card here, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, and temperance is here to remind you, yeah, it is good for you, you know, not to be hot, not to be cold, but to be warm in the middle. And there is always a middle ground. You don't have to go to one end or the other of the pendulum or the spectrum. You can be in the middle somewhere where it's kind of lukewarm, where you agree to disagree. So there always is another option. So I am showing that you're trying to keep balance. A conversation is coming that you're kind of worried about. The conversation may have something to do about a marriage that broke up. So I have a feeling, well, they came up this way here. So the Hierophant and heartbreak. So I have a feeling that there has been a marriage that's broken up. I don't know if it's yours, Gemini, or if it's somebody else's, maybe the person that you need to speak with. But this clearly indicates that there has been a breakup in heartbreak in a marriage, and not necessarily a breakup, but heartbreak in a marriage. So the Hierophant is here, which is the card of Taurus, and the Three of Swords, which again is, an air sign, which is Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. So it looks like there has been some heavy duty stuff that has gone down regarding a marriage, and you need to speak to either maybe your partner, who everything went down with, or maybe you've broken away from that relationship and it's time for you to head over to whoever to speak your truth about heartbreak, about how heartbroken you are that this relationship has, although you've tried to find balance, you've tried to have good conversation, get clarity, that it's not working for you at this time. I see balance with the Hierophant, and I also see heartbreak with the Hierophant. So I think you're trying to stay in balance while you're going through some heartbreak about a marriage. And it looks like you want to have a clear conversation, get some clarity from someone, or cut someone out, but you're trying to stay in balance. So your Ace of Swords card, it is between Temperance and the Two of Coins, and they're both cards of balance. So yeah, it looks like you're really trying hard to stay in balance, to keep yourself in balance. All right, let's get on to the energies that are current here. Whew, some heavy energy here, Gemini. Whew, heavy energy. I can feel it. At the bottom, we have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is, someone who can be overly dramatic. He can be overly emotional, because he is the emotional king, right? He is the emotional king. He feels things deeply. He hurts deeply. So he can be overly emotional. So I have a feeling that whomever I'm speaking with here or speaking about is someone who is overly emotional about a situation that has gone down, and perhaps they just need a friend to speak with. Someone who's going to give them, maybe not even give them advice, but just listen. That's what a friend does sometimes. Sometimes we just sit and we listen. We listen, and, it's the difference between empathy and sympathy. I've heard it said by Brene Brown that sympathy is looking at someone down in the hole and saying, wow, that's a deep hole. I'm really sorry you're in that deep hole. But empathy is getting into that hole with the person and waiting for help. So I feel as though you need some empathy. You don't need anyone to tell you what to do, but I think you need some empathy. And you're looking for that person. I think you're going to find it in someone who's very close to you, or someone you may have had a close friendship with in the past. You really need to speak up, and you need to be heard. You need to speak up, because you just need to drop the burdens. So it tells me that you need to speak to someone about something that is very concerning, regarding something you've been carrying that's been burdening you for a very long time. It's time to unload the burden. It's time to speak up. The King of Swords is very smart. He's very book learned, and he also knows how to use his words. So he uses his words very well, and he can get his point across with no issue. He's very eloquent in the way he speaks, very, very pointed in the way he speaks. He chooses his words carefully, but chooses them with purpose. So he means to say the things he says, even if they hurt feelings. So it's time for you to pour out your heart to somebody about this burden you've been carrying for a while. All you want is hopes and dreams. You just want to be able to carry on with life. You want your hopes and dreams. You want to be able to fall in love or be loved. You want to stay in balance. You are a star. You're very popular, someone who other people admire and look up to. You are someone who is usually very balanced. And I see that here, you know, between the third eye that is here on her crown and with spirit, it looks like you're very in touch with your spiritual side. So bravo for you. You need to talk to that person about something that's going on in the background. You can't see everything and you're not exactly sure. Gosh, I've only been reading for a couple of minutes. My nose is already running. So you need to talk to somebody, a friend or a colleague or someone you're close to about what's going on in the background. You're really unsure about what's been going on in the background. You can't see it. You can't sense it. You're not really sure. Something has been going on that you need to get to the bottom of, and it's scaring you. I think that this card here is casting a bit of fear on, you know, it's coming up under this Hierophant. It's casting fear onto the marriage. So I feel like you're trying to find, possibly trying to find a way out of this marriage, and you are going to find this person that you trust. Ultimately, you trust them to keep whatever it is under wraps, and you're going to talk to them about, you know, weighing odds. What's going on here? What do you think is going on here? I see a tower, so you're about to come into a tower moment, Gemini, and it is, you know, this is the card that came out in your first 5 cards, the stuff going on in the background. So now the heartbreak has now turned to a tower moment. So I have a feeling that if this heartbreak has anything to do with this marriage, maybe parting ways, that this is probably the divorce. You're really scared. You have fear of the tower. I know it does really no use for me to say, hey, don't be scared of the tower. But you know, the tower is here for your growth. It is something. It's usually the tower card is thrown into your reading because this is a major arcana. It's not anything you can change, Gemini, but it is something that you should have done a long time ago. Whatever it is, which I think is probably a marriage that you stayed too long, that this should have been over a very long time ago and you neglected to do that. And when in those types of situations, when Spirit knows that you must make the next step in order to carry on your path, Spirit will throw you this tower card to shake things down to the ground so you can find someone else to help you push away the rubble so you can start again and build it stronger the way you intended to build it in the first place. And you know, the thing is that sometimes in marriage, we outgrow each other, especially if we're married very young. Sometimes, you know, we can outgrow each other for sure. One grows this way, one grows that way, you know, one grows spiritually maybe, and one is decided that they don't want to grow spiritually. And then, you know, before you know it, you're going your opposite directions, and then things aren't working out from there. So a tower moment is coming for you, Gemini, and it's coming in the current energy. So if that hasn't happened yet, it's happening now. And I'm sorry you're going through that, but you know what? Spirit wouldn't give you anything you couldn't handle, and it is time for you to move forward. So whatever the tower is given to you for is given to you for your good. It's given to you so you can clear away the rubble of something that no longer serves you, and that you can then you can move forward on the path, right? All right, so let's go for future cards here. Let's see what's going to happen in the future here. We have 4 cards to start with. There's 1. 4 cards, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Gemini. I'm going to go get that card. Face down. Yeah, we'll take that one. All right. 2 more, please. All right. Okay, so what I see is, and what I feel is, after this tower, things are going to start moving forward really quickly. So this tower was meant to come for you because you were stuck. You were stuck in the spot that you were in, and you weren't making a move. And Spirit knew, in order to keep you on task, that they had to throw you a tower moment. So after this tower has cleared, though, things are going to start moving really quick. This is the card of Cancer, of course. This is the Chariot. I see it as a vehicle, of course, that can take you from place to place. So I think that maybe you're leaving somewhere at this point, but it is also a card of strength to me, because that person who is holding those horses, holding the reins of those horses, must keep them going the same direction. As you can see, they have very different ideas of where they should be going. So it also is a card of strength for me as a reader. The next card out is the Emperor. So it's time for you to start taking charge. So maybe you have Aries in your chart. This is the card of Aries, but even if you don't, maybe you're a father, maybe you're not, but this person owns his own business. He is the person who has all of the knowledge of all the kings, and so he advises the kings. He owns his own business. Every decision he makes impacts really big to the people that either work for him or live with him or are part of his life. So you are taking back your power, I think. Gemini, I think that you are speaking up, you're taking back your power, and it's time for you to carry on your way after the Tower. And here comes the Sun. Here comes the sun, do, 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 do. It's always in my head when I pull the Sun card, but you know, the Sun comes to illuminate everything. So the beautiful blessing that you get after you go through the Tower is that you now have full vision. You have clarity, you have full vision of things that are going on. You know exactly what to do. You can make the decisions you want to make because everything is clear. Don't forget that the Sun comes to illuminate everything. Everything grows and blooms under the sun, but it also illuminates your stuff too. So just make sure your closets are cleaned out, your metaphorical closets. You know, no skeletons waiting in there, things that you don't want people to rummage through. So I would say that this is a good omen that you've done the right thing. And I think that you're coming out of this as a king. I think you're coming out with the energy of the King of Wands, in fact. So again, maybe you have an Aries in your chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is a card of fire. So the King of Passion is very passionate about everything. He's passionate about the things he does, where he works, you know, running his business. He's a business owner. He is in charge. He looks good, smells good, very attractive. Everybody knows when he walks in the room. He doesn't even have to announce himself, and people know that he's the guy that's in charge. So I think that after you clear away this Tower here, that you are going to, you're going to be okay. Yeah, things are going to start moving quick from here. You're going to be fine. And you're going to take back your power. The sun's coming out, blooming, showing everything in bloom and everything with clarity, so you can make the right decisions. Under the deck, I see the Page of Cups. And the Page usually is collecting information about love, about deep love, and it has been sent by the King. So, yeah, deep love. And also can mean that the person who you're going to see, the one you're going to have your clarity and conversation with, that person could be younger than you, or you could be younger than them. There could be, that tells me that there's an age difference between you. All right, 3 more cards for the future, please, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. By the way, if this doesn't resonate with you, please look up your moon and your rising and go look at those videos. Wow. Well, we've got 2 more pages here. So under the deck, we have love. Maybe you're headed for love. Maybe this person that you're heading toward is someone that you love or have loved in the past. So just want to stop here and just review that the card that we had here, the overall, is confusion or opportunity, and I see both in this reading. So I just want to let you know that that's cool. So I have the 2 pages here. I have the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. And the Page of Pentacles is, you know, possibly an apology. Maybe you're going to give someone an apology. And this Page of Swords is someone who is investigating. So, you know, they maybe are looking, maybe you're looking on social media at this person to see if they're free or if they will be free, or if you can contact them in some way to make sure that they're free so you can have a conversation with them. So there is, there's some investigating going on here. And again, pages are about an age difference, right? An age difference between you and the person that is your, the person that you will be visiting in order to get the clarity that you need through conversation. I see that there's going to be a partnership. So maybe this conversation, this person that you're headed to, could be more than just a friend, or you feel as that they're more than just a friend. I think you're looking for partnership. So that may be why you were investigating online, you know, on Instagram and Facebook, just trying to see if they're seeing anybody, if they're free. I think that you are looking for a partnership. And I only say that because the bottom of the deck has the Two of Cups, right? A soulmate card. All right, last three cards of the reading here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Gemini, please. We have the Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight in the deck, always gets across the finish line, always gets the message through. So it's okay, because Taurus moves slow, and Taurus moves slow for a reason, because they're very much about the details. So they're very much about, well, it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and, you know, earth signs move very slowly because they want to make sure that, you know, they are the ones that are all about the details. So they want to make sure that every detail is caught. I see the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is an earth sign. She's either Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. She is the multitasking queen, and she loves to help. She's very charitable, and she loves to enjoy her time with her kids, with other people's kids, cleaning the eaves troughs, painting the house. Like she will just find herself things to do. And keep herself moving, essentially. So she is the queen who is also wealthy. She counts her pentacles, and she is someone who everything blooms around her because she's an upbeat person, and everything blooms around her. So she takes her loveliness many places, and she's very charitable. So she's always helping out, giving away her money, kind of thing. So I do see that these two cards came out together. I think that you're waiting at the crossroads. I think you're about to head for the Queen of Pentacles. She's very stable. She's stable in the business that she's in. She makes enough money to support herself, and she's very charitable. And who doesn't like that, right? So, and she's beautiful, really beautiful. So you're waiting at the crossroads here. You have a decision to make. We've got the Two of Wands here, and you need to take action. You need to take action towards this queen, if that's the person that you're waiting for. The last thing I see here is that you've manifested all of this. So all of this right from the beginning, right from the broken marriage to taking back your power and the sun shining on you and the tower moment, you've manifested it all in order to be able to be with your queen. So Gemini, you've manifested this. So you are far more spiritual than you think. And I think that, yes, absolutely, there's lots of opportunity and lots of confusion. So if you are going to see your friend who is going to hopefully give you more information about what to do next, hopefully that person just sits with you and listens. We don't all need someone to tell us what to do. We don't all need someone to fix us. Sometimes all we need is for someone to sit and listen, and just be empathetic. That's all. All right, so I have my Spirit of the Animal Oracle deck, and I'm just going to pull one from here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Gemini, please. Okay, nothing popping out here, so I'm just going to pull one from the middle. And it is clear out the clutter. Yes. And that is exactly what this is doing here, cleaning out the clutter. So when your tower moment comes, when it does hit, know that it's for your good. Know that it's time to clean out the clutter. It is time to clean out and purge yourself of things that no longer serve you, people that no longer serve you. This is card number 28. 8 and 2 is 10. So this is prime number 1, starting at the beginning. Starting at the beginning of a new life, starting to clear out the clutter. And this could be people, this could be things, this could be stuff that you thought mattered to you that no longer does. So if it doesn't, please give it to someone who can use it. There we go. Clearing the clutter. That little guy's clearing that clutter. All right, that's all I have for you today, Gemini. I hope you that resonated with you. If it didn't, please visit your moon and your rising sign. It's usually a rising sign that'll resonate more if your sun sign doesn't resonate. So if you're a sun Gemini, please try going to your moon and your rising. If there's anything else you need to know about this reading, please look down below. There's a description there of what a general reading is. Also, if you need a private reading, I'm Elsie, and you can reach me at elsie@10ofcupstarot.ca. All right, take care. Mwah. Bye.